morning, ma'am.
Good morning, sister.
I am Sister Rashidi, and how are you doing today?
I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you, ma'am. Can you kindly just confirm for me your initial and surname?
Al Mukwena,
And then also your date of birth.
7 March 1991.
Ma'am, I am here today to draw a blood sample from you so that we can, or the doctor requested it, to look for any infection. What will happen is you will feel a sharp scratch. I'm first going to apply something tight on your upper arm. The needle, I'm going to use the needle and syringe. I'm going to need a little bit more blood than usual on vacutainer, so it's going to take a little while. What I request from you then is just to keep still for me. Please don't breathe or cough over the area because I am going to clean it thoroughly. Do you understand that?
I understand.
Okay, do I have your consent to continue with the procedure?
Yes, sister.
Okay, thank you. Ma'am, then I also want to know, did you ever have your blood drawn before?
Yes.
Okay, did you have any fainting spells or during the procedure, or were you fine?
I was fine.
You was fine. Okay, did you eat anything in the past 2 hours?
Yes, I had breakfast about 2.5 hours ago.
Okay, and tell me, ma'am, one last thing. Are you on any blood thinners?
No.
None of them. Okay, thank you. As you will see, the blood culture collection, it is a sterile procedure. So what we need is we're going to put on our full PPE, cover our hair properly, put on our apron, make sure that we obey the bare below the elbow policy. On your trolley, you will have a sterile field. All the equipment on the top, they are sterile, opened in a sterile manner. Even our chlorhexidine, 5% with 70% alcohol, that is what we are going to need because we must do proper cleaning of the skin. We can also use iodine, but it's not always available in the wards. And don't forget, we have to ask our patient if they have any allergies. If they are allergic to iodine or to any of the cleaning solutions, we have to opt for another cleaning solution. Also, make sure that your patient doesn't have a latex allergy so that you can use the biogel gloves in that case. You will also open a pair of sterile gloves for you. As I said, it is a sterile procedure. We must make sure that we have 2 bottles. The one is an aerobic bottle, the other one is an anaerobic blood culture collection bottle. On the bottles, we have to check for expiry date. We must make sure that the barcodes are visible. And I already placed them in a manner because I have to draw the aerobic bottle first and then the anaerobic. So already put them in the correct sequence. And when you refer back to our previous Venepuncture lecture where we looked at the order of draw of blood, the blood culture always the preference is first on the list. I am going to look for an appropriate vein on the side of an appropriate side of my patient's arms. In this case, we're going to use the right arm of our patient. I'm going to select my tourniquet. The tourniquet, you already have cleaned it before when you have set your trolley. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Ma'am, it's going to be a little bit tight. The tourniquet, we have applied at least 4 fingers or 10 centimeters above the area that we are going to select the vein from. I'm so sorry, ma'am, it's going to be a little bit tight. And then I'm going to palpate for an appropriate vein that I'm going to use. This one. Before you go and wash your hands with antimicrobial soap to put on your sterile gloves, you can now open your blood culture bottles. Remove the caps. And now I'm going to excuse myself from my patient. Ma'am, I'm just quickly going to wash my hands. Okay, and when you are back, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to put on your sterile gloves in the correct manner. You open it only touching the 2.5 centimeters, which is the folded parts. I'm touching the part that is going to touch my skin. And then with my glove hand, I'm going to touch the part. The glove is going to touch the glove. Now the glove can touch the glove. Don't contaminate your gloves. The inside of this paper is sterile, so I can touch it. I'm going to move now to my sterile tray and I'm going to start my procedure. First, you're going to clean the area or the skin properly 3 times. You squeeze out. You're going to use a feeding technique. You have a sterile hand for your trolley, and then this hand is going to become unsterile. We're going to touch the patient. We start in the middle from the vein that you have selected that you're going to use, and we do circular movements to the outside. And deposit it in your red box or in your red plastic. We're going to do it again. Make sure that you cover all of the skin. Are you so fine, man? Okay. While I wait for the area to dry, because you cannot proceed unless the alcohol has dried totally, I'm going to clean my bottles. That thing is sterile, so sterile cotton wool on a sterile area. Deposit it in your red. We are done with our preparation phase and cleaning our patient's skin. Now our alcohol is totally dry. The first thing is I'm going to create a sterile field for myself just below the area where I'm going to do my actual insertion of the needle. I take my second sterile field. Although this hand is unsterile, I am allowed to touch the outer 2.5 centimeters of my sterile field. I make sure that the dull side is on top and the plastic side must be underneath. I just gently put it over my patient's arm and I have a second sterile field. I then take my needle and connect it to my syringe. I make sure that the bevel is facing upwards, applying the aseptic non-touching technique at all times. Do not contaminate the key sites of your equipment that's going to connect to your patient's vein now. My sterile field allows me to place my hand with my sterile glove. I get into position. I stabilize my patient's arm with my unsterile hand. I retract the skin to stabilize my vein. I'm so sorry, ma'am, I'm going to start. You will feel a sharp prick. I make sure my bevel is facing upwards. I insert my needle at a 30-degree angle. I look for my flashback, and you see the flashback there. And I'm gently going to retract, not too fast, and I'm going to collect 20 milliliters of blood because we need 10 ml for each of our bottles. Oh, are you so good, man? Oh, okay, I'm almost done. Choosing my tourniquet. I can now reach for my cotton wool. My sterile procedure is over for my sterile field. I remove my needle. I ask my patient to gently apply pressure on the area for me, please, ma'am, just to make the bleeding stop. I'll be with you now. Thank you. You're going to take your first bottle, which is your aerobic bottle, and you're going to insert the needle and allow the vacuum to take 10 ml of the blood to fill your first bottle. And then 10 ml for your second bottle without touching the top parts of your bottle. You can deposit the sharps in the sharps container, and then you're gently going to invert both of your bottles so the blood can mix with the broth at the bottom of your bottles. After that, then you can check on the bleeding side or the puncture side of your patient. If there's no excessive bleeding, you can stop the pressure, apply your plaster. Thank you, ma'am. Make your patient comfortable again. And the last part is that you're going to mark or label your bottles. You can either use a sticker of the patient and apply it on the area for the stickers and not over the barcoded side. We're also going to write the time that we have collected our blood specimen. It's 10 o'clock now. And also the date. Today is the 22nd of February. What is the date today? The 10th. The 10th. You're going to do the same to your other specimen. And you're going to send it off to the lab with the laboratory form in a plastic bag, and explain to the patient that it is going to take a few days for the results to